Hi there, it's me again, John, or ex-Boozehound. I wanted to do a vlog on Monday, but I think I would have lost the plot, agitated and angry. I'm doing this one now. I sort of know what I want to say, but chances are I won't say it. But we'll see how it goes. Got to try and keep it to 5 minutes again. So that's the beauty of the vlog. It makes me just say what comes to and notice when 5 minutes is done. I'm going to start off with a bit of a cliche. This week's been quite a roller coaster. I went to see my psychologist on Tuesday and spent a lot of the time with her crying. Partly because I feel odd about the fact that my social worker is sort of releasing me, come to the end of his time with him. And also my psychologist said we got 10 weeks left. And I know that's a long time, but even though I know I'm unwell, it seems strange being released, because you sort of think if the social worker is releasing you, that must mean you're well, and I'm not. And obviously talking to the psychologist and saying I've got 10 weeks left with her, makes me think, does that mean at the end of that I'm meant to be well and I can cope with life and all those sort of things? Well, it sort of made me, for the first time for a while, have to sort of think about the future. And rightly or wrongly, I don't believe that my mental health is ever going to be consistent, is ever going to be fixed. You know, whatever the diagnosis, there's always going to be something. Take yesterday, for example. I got up in the morning and I'd got the group for men to go to, and I did a little bit of washing up in the morning, and oddly there was two little squirrels outside in the garden, and I started watching them, and they was following each other about and jumping around, looked quite young, not that I'm a squirrel expert. And then they started scrapping and bouncing up and down and flying through the air and lying on their backs with the little white bellies in the air and gambolling and back and forth. And I just stood there and I was like, I'm smiling here, I'm enjoying this. That's a great thing to see. You know, just shows you how powerful the small things can be. But sort of 5 or 10 minutes earlier, after, you know, I just got up and I was sitting on my sofa upstairs, and I was just staring into space. My mind just didn't want to click into action. I felt low, I felt disconnected. I was thinking, what's the point? Am I going to be able to deal with today? Obviously I did, and we do, but it's just that thing where it's unexplainable. You can't work out what's going on. So a little question for myself at the moment: is it negative, positive or realistic to think I'm never going to be well? I'm never going to be consistent enough to get back into real life? Am I ever going to have independence again? Am I ever going to go back to where I was June 2013? The thing is, these answers, there aren't any these questions even, there's no answers to, and that's hard. And I see that difficulty in so many people that I speak to, or, you know, social media and all that sort of stuff. It's just that unknown, and you know, I honestly just cannot see me ever having the consistency and stability to get back to real life, whatever that is. Now, I don't know whether that's negative, positive, realistic, and you know what, I feel different today than I did a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But if I go back to history, I don't think I've really dealt with life properly, ever, and maybe that's part of the challenge. Anyway, we're coming up to 5 minutes. I don't know whether that was of any interest to anybody whatsoever. I'll catch you soon. Cheers then. Bye bye.